come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear what he means. At this moment, you mean everything. You in that dress, my thoughts I confess, verge on dirty. Oh come on, Eileen. It was the 2nd of February 1982. Another cold pissing day in the Big Apple, and another meeting with studio executives. But this time it was different. We weren't here to discuss how the VCR is ruining the business, or what the hell Natalie Wood was doing on that boat in the first place. We were here to discuss me. My picture. My labor of love, in what must be the most cocked up, ass-about-it production in the history of motion picture. For starters, production was delayed 9 months after our leading man got the clap taking a Dr. Pepper bubble bath with the Venezuelan swim team. If that wasn't bad enough, on the first week of shooting our second unit was kidnapped by an illiterate militia demanding the liberation of Jane Fonda. I was certain they meant Uganda, but I couldn't afford to take that chance. By now we were $7 million over budget, and I needed to save the picture. I was summoned to the Plaza Hotel at 7:30. You're costing money, you damn limey. Where's the return on investment, you asshole? These were just some of the messages my mother faxed me in the morning. I was escorted into the executive suite by a lovely young lady, English no less. I was about to slip her my number, until I saw her name. I'm sorry, but I'm not porking anyone who spells Chelsea with a Y. As the door opened, I was introduced to a boardroom of America's most flaccid. Not a single one of them was interested in the story behind the movie. They just wanted it shut down, and shut down yesterday. I knew what to expect and had already prepared my speech. I tried to appeal to their sense of storytelling. This wasn't just a movie, this was my blood, sweat, and tears. But they weren't listening to a word I said. I gave them a list of proven box office stars I could easily bring in, Tom, Dick, or Harry. They all owed me one, and with their names attached they'd guarantee a good opening weekend. It still wasn't enough. I then opened up my checkbook and threw it on the table. Look at this, I'll put up the money myself. I'll cover the losses. Still nothing. By now I was getting desperate. I decided to pull a Madonna, and got on my knees to please a room full of men. They looked disgusted and showed me as much sympathy as I showed Tina. I then went straight to the chairman of the board, that silvery shit. I looked him dead in the eye. Have you forgotten all I've done for this studio? How many of your cock-ups I saved? In Alien you all wanted the creature to burst out of his ass. And once you stopped giggling I told you all to grow up and make it the stomach instead. The Shining? You didn't want Kubrick, but I reminded you we owed him after he filmed the moon landing in '69. And seriously, the lack of imagination with you guys. The Blues Brothers. You wanted to call it the Sadness Siblings. Arthur, you wanted to call it Drunk British Man. 48 Hours, Policeman and Black Man. I mean seriously. The old man paused for what seemed an eternity, and took a swig of his imported 100-year-old scotch. Okay kid, you got 12 weeks, or it's your ass. I was over the moon. They had faith in me, and I wouldn't let them down. This was going to be the showpiece of the season. A landmark in filmmaking. Rising to my feet like a champion, I uttered these words, "Gentlemen, mark your calendars, for Howard the Duck is coming."